What's up, everybody? Welcome to another wonderful TTR episode. It's your boy JD, and of course, we have something beautiful today. We have a guest today, and we're going to be talking about something different. Usually, we talk about Raw, but we're going to be talking about SmackDown today. But before I dive into it,
no, the Friday Night Delight, bro.
My fault. The Friday Night Delight. My fault. But before we dive into it, of course, it's your boy JD, and right next to me, we got our boy Michi Black today. He's number two.
With the silk today, with the silky today. Yes.
Right next to Michi Black, we got our guy Earl filling in for Dirty Dan. Earl from a few dopethings.com. Yes, sir. With the strap. He got the strap. And right next to him, main event RJ with his own strap.
Too. You know, he got his own strap.
We got the double. We got the doubles. I mean, we got the doubles today. We might have to unify these belts. Michi Black, you might want to put your camera down to tag, bro. You're a little high.
My camera down.
He said, hold on.
My seat time.
Oh, okay, whatever. All right. So anyway, Michi Black look a little short today, yo. I'm sorry. He just a little short. He just want to show off his wall. He got a cool panda and shit back there now. He feeling spicy.
I got to.
So during this wonderful SmackDown outlook, I do want to highlight last week's SmackDown to kind of go over what we're gonna get this week. So last week we had Cena Orton started off with a wonderful kick. You know, my man Earl's been calling himself 09 Orton. You seem real excited about it. I'll let you kick this off then. How do you feel about Cena? How do you feel about Cena Orton so far, and what do you expect from them moving forward?
Man, I'll be honest. So this is short, but it's already been better than Cody Cena. I'll be honest. Like, it's already been better than Cody Cena. From last week, for real, how Randy came from under the ring, smooth as butter. I mean, to even go to the point to where he went to saying too personal, saying, how could you say that to me? And I'll be honest, when he said that to Cena, he ain't know what to do because he raised that title kind of corny for real. he really did. And he was like, he didn't know. He was like,
yeah, like a little stagnant.
I guess I'll put it up in the air. I mean, for real, like I think with them two, with their history, like it's magic. Like let's be honest, like it's magic. Like Orton said in the interview with Cody, he want John to put him into the hall and all that stuff and the relationship they got. So you know when you got two dudes like that, like it's gonna be magic. And I mean, let's keep it real. They put on a master class last week.
Yes, it did.
That was a master class last week for real. And if anybody in any kind of organization or whatever, if they wasn't watching that,
you missed out. Right, you missed out.
That was elite.
Yeah,
that was
for sure.
For real.
So it's wonderful that you even mentioning that because, you know, to kind of go over what even happened before this Cena Orton thing. Orton was taken out by Kevin Owens, and he did, you know, have a severe amount of time off, and he missed a lot of time, and he comes back and he gets John Cena fresh into this. Do we see any type of world, and I'll pass this off to Michi Black and RJ now, where we could see an upset, quote unquote? Could we see Cena lose the belt to Orton and set up maybe a Orton Rhodes thing? I know that was talked about before. Do you see Cena getting the strap off anytime soon, or because he has all these dates left, he ain't losing the strap? It ain't happening.
Now, I'm not gonna say he's not gonna lose the strap, but to lose to Orton, it'll be too good to be true, especially since it's gonna be the last time ever. I don't think they're going to have it end where Cena loses the strap, and then what we're going to do now from that time from Backlash, which is what, next month?
Yeah, around
from next month to the end of the year, it'd be crazy.
Next month is right around the corner. We're April 30th. So.
Yeah, like why he win the strap at Mania like 3 weeks ago to lose that Backlash? I don't think so. As much as I like Orton, I don't think he's going to take it from Cena.
RJ, do you see any world? It's going to be a banger of a match. No other expectations. Do you see a world, man?
No, I don't think. I still think we're getting back to Cody. I think they want to do Cody champion.
That's what I'm saying.
Challenger. So I don't think they want to do Randy champion, Cody challenger. I just don't. They've done stupider things in recent memory. So I mean.
But no, I'm glad you touched on Cody because I was going to touch on him this episode. I might as well bring it in now. Where does Cody fit into this? Does he fit in this at all? Or do you see him possibly taking a small break?
Nah, he's done for a little bit. I think so. He had the strap for a year. Like he was literally on TV. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like damn near every week,
day, all the time.
And if he wasn't wrestling, he was cutting some type of promo. And then if he wasn't doing the live shows, he was doing the house show. Bro, it's taking like at least a 3-month break.
Earl, how you feeling? I see your face. How you feeling over there, bro? Do you think Cody's taking a break? Where do you see him fitting in this story, this timeline? Obviously, they're probably going to want to put it back on him before the end of the year, maybe. So, like, you got to dwindle him here somehow.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's 3 months.
Yeah.
So about 3
SummerSlam. Yeah,
months,
you're
okay.
right. 3 months. 3 months. Because if they keep teasing this whole Travis Scott coming back to wrestle, they keep
That's
teasing
true.
the Bad Bunny. They keep teasing the Bad Bunny thing. So it's like, as much as the IWC want to, they make this stuff up and just throw it in the air, like, it makes sense for what it is. I don't want to see it, but I mean, outside of that, you can't build him and Drew because where's the title at with that? Because the only time you're gonna do them two is with a title on him.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, Cody or Cena?
Cody. If you bring Cody back now, what you gonna do with him? Because now you still gotta think after Backlash, you got the draft.
The draft's coming up.
You like, it's like, so what you gonna do with that now? Is like you got the draft coming. How you really gonna play off that? So let Cody chill. He was taking pictures at Disneyland with the workers. Let him chill. Here you go, get drafted. Then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna kick it up. SummerSlam is where you gonna pop back out. But yeah, him and Cena.
I think it's over.
If they do what I think they're gonna do, this is the stupidest thing ever. That's all I would say.
Go ahead, RJ.
If they do what I think they're gonna do.
It'd be dumb. What Mitch said now? What was that?
I was gonna say, but now, do we think Cody is gonna be drafted from SmackDown, or are they going to use their one, like, get out of jail free card type where they save a wrestler?
I don't know if Cody stays on SmackDown, like how that fits the timeline. That's what we're kind of talking about now. It's like, again, Drew's kind of there, but speaking of Drew, because we did mention him, he was a part of something as well on Friday, and it seemed like they're probably going to do a triple threat with him and Fatu and LA Knight, because they had like a little thing there. So, to kind of lead into that, go ahead, RJ. Yeah.
Fuck that. Why is Drew McIntyre going after the United States?
That's what
champion?
I was going to lead into that. Thank you. Why is he even a part of that? And we're talking about Drew being with Cody for the world title. And we got Drew in the mix for the U.S. title with Fatu and LA Knight, low-key.
But this is the only reason why I say that would be okay, because you can't put him in right now with Cena because he's about to do a thing with Orton. So you don't want, like, I don't like it, but like, you don't want to leave him just being stagnant and catering.
But that's what always happens to Drew. This is so crazy.
But we might as well do some.
Bro, he's so much bigger than the mid card. I think Fatu's bigger than the mid card title, and I
agree too.
So go ahead.
Here's a question to you.
Yeah.
Here's a question to you though. So him going after the U.S. title, him wanting to. So do we still hold the Grand Slam champion, like, in a high regard like we used to? Ooh. Because if we do, then him going after the U.S. title makes sense.
Go ahead, RJ.
He never had it.
RJ, you talk about Grand Slam a lot. Go ahead.
Well, he had the IC. He's held the tag titles. Has he had? I think he's missing the tag titles, right? Because I know he had the IC title before he left the first time.
Who is
he
this?
Already has the world title.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he never had the tag straps.
He never had the tag. Yeah, it's true. But still, Grand Slam status. That's still a really good question, nonetheless. Like, I don't know. I feel like, according to our comments on the Booker T video, the titles don't really matter. That you can, put together a really good, successful, and still be well known without it. So I would say, according to the IWC, no, the Grand Slam doesn't mean as much, but I think it does. Like, I was rooting for Sheamus to get his Grand Slam, chance, and that kind of passed. But
go
ahead.
I think, like, I didn't care for, like, anyone being a Grand Slam, but to know there's really only a short list of people won every title in the company. That's like your own.
It's a
prestigious award that you would know, like, knowing that everyone else can't get it as easily, I should say.
Well, and also I think when you put it that way, like the Grand Slam way, then it doesn't seem as disrespectful to Drew McIntyre. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like they've been dragging this Damian storyline forever since last WrestleMania, and it's been going and going and going. And now, outside of that, instead of giving him like, you did a good job, thank you for continuing this, even though it's been dead, we're gonna give you the U.S. title and put you in that predicament. Which again, with Fatu and them, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Fatu is an amazing star. Drew kind of matches between LA Knight and Fatu, but it's just the title picture I'm not a big fan of. Go ahead, meet you back before we move on to our next one.
Now, what if Drew wins?
Well, he's got an ugly belt. Yeah, that's what happened.
Man.
Y'all are crazy.
He got an ugly ass belt. They gotta discontinue the U.S. title. We get a different
I said
that.
I'm
so
why?
Nah, I said the same thing, bro. It don't even match Fatu either.
It's the same reason I don't buy Cody merch. I like Cody, but I'm not walking around a U.S. flag on my chest. I'm not doing it.
No.
I'm not doing it.
That motherfucker had an Iraq joint. Now it would have been on that joint.
No. Hold on. I'm not walking around with the U.S. Not all that, but I'm not walking around with the U.S. flag on my chest.
I will say this though.
It's a little too patriotic for me. All right.
Going with what you say, RJ, I definitely understand because I was looking to buy a Cody tracksuit. But what turned me off was the flag. It turned me off. I'm like,
bro, I don't do this shit.
Put on the back of my black ass back.
That dog is too hard in person. I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, I saw that Captain Collection. I said, "Oh, this is trash." Somebody was at the show and had that joint on. Hey, that joint low key cold.
Cold.
I said, "Ooh." I said, "All right."
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw it, I was like, "Damn, that's so like again like patriotic," but like it do look good. Like the windbreaker, that
Hey, nah, in person,
actually lit.
Yeah.
Cody, buy some Cody merch. Buy some Cody merch.
Listen.
Using our link actually. If you want to buy some, go ahead and buy some in our beacon. Please be my guest. Unselfish plug. Anyway. Trying to reel it back to SmackDown here. We also had a brand new champ on the women's side. Speaking of the U.S. title, on the women's side, we had Zelina, the new champ. She takes it off Chelsea Green. You not excited about that, RJ?
Not even a little bit.
Talk to me. Why not? So what's not so?
Hey, I mean, it's just a mid-card title, so hands up. Like, congratulations.
I mean, but man, we talk about it here.
Why do we do this?
We talk about it here all the time, and representation and putting it on certain people.
All right, hold on.
So you're okay with Chelsea Green having the strap? Yes or no?
Yes, because she was a better
Stop
champ.
it, please. We're done with you.
He didn't like her. I mean, I like her too, though. We were on her side, but her time ran up. Go ahead, RJ. I'll let you defend yourself. Defend it. Go ahead.
Not a president. Were you saying that gimmick was worse than a Zelina Vega that doesn't do anything except talk about a throw?
But hold on, we didn't give her time yet though, because she's
just gonna fight Michin anyways. Who cares?
That's true though. That's true. Probably.
I hope not.
I know, not just related to Michin, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, but we don't know yet though, because
I do know. That's why they took it on Chelsea Green.
I think. Okay, so would you have been okay? Let's say B-Fab, and I like B-Fab. You'd be okay B-Fab being Chelsea Green?
It would be just as influential as Zelina Vega, I think. I think it's the same level.
No, Zelina. Nah, I'd take Zelina over B-Fab.
I like B-Fab. Come on, bro.
But what if
I
New
haven't seen
Natty
either of
gets
them win.
Go ahead, Earl.
So what if New Natty gets it? Since she the low-key legend now. What if this Natty
the
gets
violent
it?
one? Yeah.
Yeah. What if
Have her
this
beat
Natty
the
get
fuck
it?
out of somebody.
Fuck that though. She deserves it.
Yeah, I guess.
But my thing is this though. So if you say Zelina gonna fight Michin, so and I mean at the same time, so where's her payoff though? Where's her payoff from being the first queen of the ring?
Thank you.
I don't know if she even gets one. That's kind of the problem here.
But she has to though, because she's like Earl, she was queen first queen of the ring.
No,
first one.
No, he's right, but it's also a great question. I mean, I'm trying to think, but like RJ does have a point here. As much as I like Zelina,
but this is where this is why we have,
and like we don't really get to see her character. They took her from the Raw, which I was cool with, and then took her over here, and it hasn't done shit since. Kind of, she's been like in the shadows, so it feels weird.
But this is what
she had to rebrand. She had to rebrand.
Thank you. Thank you.
true. I hear you.
You got to
Okay,
rebrand. If you think
what
about it,
is the
she had to
rebrand?
get away from Toxic Ray. You know, I'm the biggest Mysterio hater on earth. She had to get away from Toxic Ray.
Nah.
On top of that,
Oh my
so
God.
you reprogram her, you
Mhm.
send her over there, and let's think about this, right? Let's think about her, Me Chin, B Fab, Chelsea Green. If we take all of them, if they don't give a mid card title, then the same conversation we having now, we dogging WWE for leaving all these women without a title for this long.
We have here.
If she don't
We've done that here. So yeah.
So I'm so like,
Yeah.
so then we get back, and if you really think about it, Zelina was Queen of the Ring for what, 3 years? Like, think about that. When they did the first one for her, they didn't have it again until Nia Jax won. But really, she been Queen of the Ring for a few years. Then they bring her in here. They give her the main event back on the island. You know, that did what it did. Everybody knew she was gonna lose to Rhea anyway.
Anyway, yeah, unfortunately.
We knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Fast forward, you do this.
Yeah.
She around toxic dude. She get away.
Toxic dude, bro. It's crazy.
It was either two things that was gonna happen. Either she was gonna win a mid card title, or they was gonna program her with her husband some kind of way.
Oh yeah, just try to write her off in a low role. Yeah.
I really and hope to God they do not put her with her husband, because I cannot stand that nigga for the life of me. And I don't even be cussing on this side on TTR, but I cannot stand Alex Trebek. He's so mid. He's so mid. He is so like unappealing.
Who is
like, bro's Alistair back. He just came back last week Friday. Kicked the
the dude with the eye?
Yeah.
He's
so
fucking poop.
Bro, what about watching? What about watching? Bro comes out. He's laying down. Mind you, he's laying down, and bro comes out like this. Like, what the fuck am I watching, bro? What am I watching?
Dude, come on.
And then he
no pop.
Thank you. No pop.
There was no pop.
That's because what? Because the AEW guy?
Yeah. Like, he's so trash.
He wasn't for AEW. He's for WWE. He was. He's for WWE.
He was trash. He was trash at the dub too.
Yeah.
No, he was not. House of Black was so gay. All right, bro. We're not.
No.
I don't watch the dub.
We are not rewriting AEW history because it doesn't fit your narrative. The House of Black was a solid trio, and that trio's run was gas.
I don't watch the dub, so I don't really watch
it. It wasn't because of him.
And that's fair, but we're not gonna say that he was like the problem with it.
He gonna say it's fair. He gonna say it's fair.
Brody King and Buddy Matthews are better than them in every way.
I'm fucking.
But he wasn't he wasn't dog shit because he was in it. It was his thing.
Richie Black gave up. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw him come up like a fucking vampire, bro, that shit killed me, bro. I can't lie. That joint, I was like, who is this? And I saw like the one little eye. And the only reason why I knew that is because I got a trading card of him in AEW, and I just remember the eye. And I was like, oh, that's that guy. And then outside of that, I didn't know. I didn't know who he was, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Hear a fun fact about the eye, bro? He's been selling that same eye injury since his first stint in the WWE, bro.
I've seen the tweet 30 times. Why are we bringing it up here?
I'm just saying, bro. Like, give it up, bro.
What if he does have a small eye? What if he has a small eye? What if he just has a small eye? I mean, what if that's just real?
No.
He the dude off of Last Action Hero.
Yo, I'm dead. All right, so keeping it within the female realm here on SmackDown, Tiffy Jade had a little run-in. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm gonna be honest. I was pushing for Jade big time on TTR for a little bit, then I kind of pumped the brakes a little bit. I still love her. I still think that she all that, but I do think she can use a little bit more work before she gets a championship belt under her name. I'm not sure how the rest of the panel agrees, but do we see a world where Tiffy defeats Jade and snatches his belt off of her at any point soon? Or do you think Tiffy is like the solidified queen bee for a little bit and she's just still on fire and we're going to hold her in that position for as long as we can?
I don't think they're going to have Jade beat her.
You don't think? You don't think?
Don't think, no.
Okay. I don't
think
so.
I love Jade, but we just know how this works. She beat Charlotte. Like, that was a big dub for her.
It was.
And that's in the wrestling world, Charlotte's like, you know, the final boss. the final boss in a sense for the women's division because she's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
So with Tiffy beating her, I don't see her really losing right now anyway.
Which I kind of hate for Tiffy, by the way, because I wrote the Gunther article earlier on our Substack, another selfless plug. Go check out our new Substack. But I wrote the same thing about Gunther and how they put him against Orton right away. And that was like creme de la creme for his run. Do you think it's a smart thing? And I'm going to pass this off to the panel because this is now on a fly question. Do you think it's a smart thing to start wrestlers off that way when you're starting off a championship run? To start them off with somebody to that type of pedigree of a Charlotte, of a Randy Orton? Because then my problem is it also then starts to feel like everybody after feels a little dwindled down or underneath what you started. Because you went from Orton to Sammy. You went from Orton to Sammy to then Damian to then Jay. That seems like down.
Can we put an asterisk on that though?
That's a good argument.
He went Sammy.
True. He lost to Sammy because the IC title.
And,
yeah.
He lost. He got Orton in that King of the Ring.
Yes.
Then he won that to beat Damian. But I mean, it depends on who it is though. Like, I don't think that Orton should always be the end game. Because
I respect that.
Because then what? Because then it's like, all right, now if he's the end game and you lose to him, then what?
Okay.
Because it's not a guarantee if you end with them that they're gonna let you beat them. Because let's just say let's rewind it to Tiffy and Charlotte. If Tiffy wrestles somebody else at WrestleMania, let's just say let's plug Jade in there. If she wrestles Jade at WrestleMania, beats Jade, she goes on a run around Survivor Series time. She wrestles Charlotte. Charlotte been back 6-7 months now. She's on fire. You think they really gonna let Tiffy beat Charlotte when Charlotte on a roll,
bro?
Yeah.
Get him out of there soon. Give him the respect. All right, cool. Salute. Now let's run you.
Okay.
Now let's start to pick everybody who been active for the last year and a half or so, and let's just start picking them, dwindling them down, and go from there. Do I think Jade is gonna beat Tiffy? No. I think if she does, it's going to tie into Jade beating Tiffy, Naomi beating Jade, Naomi taking her time, like she said, to go have a kid.
I'll say that. She said that. Yep.
And we out of here. If that's how it happens, that's how I see that going.
Me too. I agree with that. And then that just kind of seems like it'll crap out early though, because Naomi's going to take her break, and she just said that. So it does kind of seem like Jade has to lose here, which then, looking at Tiffy's reign so far, that's Charlotte and Jade. That's a pretty nice start. That's a nice back-to-back matchup for Tiffy right there. It's definitely Tiffy time still. Speaking of time, the Street Profits, it's their time. Listen.
Yes, it is.
I took a dookie on them about 2 months ago. Listen. I don't shy away from what I say. Yeah, I don't shy away. I stand on what I say.
Nah, he's crazy, bro.
Listen, when and now hold on, we're not gonna act like before they went heel, they wasn't like fizzing out. And
I saw the vision.
Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, sure. You always see it when it flips. All right. As soon as they went heel, though, I've been on their side. It's been a fizzle. Listen, it's been opposite for like a New Day. I like New Day when they was good, and now that they went heel, I'm not a fan. I don't like where they have been going with New Day at all. I'm so mad they took it off in War Raiders. Here, I actually love the Street Profits as heels, and they've been absolutely killing it. And they had themselves an amazing TLC match, which is being called Match of the Year so far.
Match your candidate.
Great match. Oh, it has. Oh, yes, RJ. You can make that face all you want. It has.
I told bro to watch it.
What was that?
That face,
he
right?
Watch
Crazy.
It,
Crazy.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
I haven't watched it.
They said
I told him to watch it too.
I haven't watched it.
Oh, you haven't watched it? All right. Well, then that's the problem. So you see, it's literally being called Match of the Year so far. I know it's early in the year, but so far, I mean, listen, they had themselves a match, but they're finding their groove. I am loving it. Who do you think the next matchup for them is going to be? Like, because we got Friday coming up again. and well, I'm gonna say tomorrow, not in a few days. We're recording this a little early, but tomorrow because we're gonna drop this on Thursday. Tomorrow we got Friday. Who's gonna be upcoming next for Street Profits? Who's the next big time face, next tag team?
Funny story, because the draft is coming up, but I'm gonna say the Lucha Bros.
That's if they come together. Yeah, that's if they come together. I don't know if
I
they
only say that because I think this past Monday or last week, Penta, he dropped in and said, like, don't talk about my brother because Chad Gable, the Lucha Bros. Like, that's what I said, but that's just me just hoping.
Fraxium came through, but I think it's too early for them. Earl, who you got, man? Like, you got anybody testing the Street Profits? Fraxium, exactly what I was thinking. That seems to be like the freshest, nicest one, because right now the tag team division's iffy, right?
Nobody.
No. Not on the Friday Night Delight.
I mean, somewhat,
they were all
Brody.
in that TLC match.
Right, that's what I said. They were all in a TLC match. You got the Motor City Machine Guns, and then you got. I mean, you could do. Tom was hurt. Tonga Low, it hurt. Like
yeah, but you got Lost Fantismo. I can't stand them.
DIY. Like,
boy.
Jay Uso's about to drop that world title here soon. You got the Usos right there. He's going for the tag title. That boy right there. That's where he's going anyways.
All right, so hear me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hear me out with this one. Like, and I've been campaigning it for the last few weeks. Let Drew and Karrion Kross be a tag team together.
Why would Karrion Kross?
Karrion Kross, I like that.
I don't know why.
What is your
bro's a hater.
Bro's on fire. He's
They
on
like
fire,
Look,
bro.
okay. All right, so
Oh
hear me out. Hear me out, though.
God.
Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Because I am still probably top 3 Karrion Kross haters. Like, I am top 3. Because I just don't think his in-ring work is anything. I think outside of the ring, he's lights out. Box office, he should have been on Son of Anarchy, all of that. In ring,
I hear you.
For a black belt. Where's that at? Do not like, okay, I get it. You talk through the match with AJ. You can't do that with everybody. So everybody, so now you saying this. So everybody he wrestled, he gotta have some backstage backstage soliloquy with.
It's true.
I gotta talk you through here. No. Put him with Drew. Drew right now has the golden ticket.
He does.
He's in the Rock's campaign.
He should.
That payout's coming out.
That's true.
I guarantee
that is true. I saw that.
Payout is coming in some form or fashion. Put him with Drew and let them cook. That's how Drew get his tag title. Karrion look good because he's standing next to somebody who's way better than him.
I mean, I do think that they can use a boost to the tag. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Karrion would be an interesting pick. And
but why don't we leave that tag team on Raw then? Because if you think about exactly why they, but the Friday Night Delay already got like 80 teams ready.
But they got mid. We just said that. We couldn't name one to match up. We couldn't match up with the Street Profits, bro. We're trying to find somebody. We just said Fraxium. They just came up for NXT, bro. We have nobody else, bro. They done ran the gauntlet. And not even Street Profits themselves, just how everything is kind of maneuvered. You're not gonna put them against the dudes in the tutus, whatever the fuck they be wearing, bro. Like, you're not deadly, whatever. Like, pretty deadly. You're not gonna like. They're not there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing that. Like,
deadly hate in 2025.
I've been calling them mid since last year, bro. I still think they're mid.
Bro, absolutely mid, bro.
Bro, all of the end of last year, bro. These motherfuckers were trying to get a goddamn musical together, bro. Let's be real.
No,
they're performers. They're actors.
I'll defend them because I'll give them some defense. They cool people. I'll give them that. Outside of the ring, they cool. They cool.
They cool to hang around and shit. Like
cool.
In the ring and shit.
Super cool. Funny, but them shirts be throwing me though.
Throwing me, bro. Yo, imagine having a strap with that joint. You just like, and it's like half the shirt, like.
Yeah.
So if we so do they need to combine the tag titles?
Okay, that was also a question. Yes, I think we do. I think we unify.
We just did that though. We just did that.
I'm with it, bro.
Let them.
Don't split
But
my
if they
tag
don't
titles
travel, then
again.
what?
Wait, what happened, Earl? Say it again.
If they don't travel, then what?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what you gonna do? Bring Trick. So what you saying is if
Lock
we
in.
stay how it is, then the team is gonna beat the Street Profits is Trick Williams and Mello, or Trick
God.
or at some point in time, I guarantee you, at some point in time, the Miz and Mello are gonna be tag champs.
Thank you.
I was just about to say the Miz. I was just
Oh,
about to say the Miz.
I
was just about to say the
Not to win
Miz.
the tag title.
I was gonna say the Miz. I was gonna mention him.
The Miz and Mello are gonna be tag. They're gonna be tag champs.
I see it.
Awesome. Let me get a shirt. Awesome.
It actually kind of works though.
What is your gripe against that?
He doesn't.
He doesn't like
the
Miz. He hates the Miz just as much as I hate Sami Zayn.
I don't understand how I keep talking about these mid wrestlers on my podcast. How did we get Karrion Kross and the Miz?
Oh my god, Karrion Kross is cold.
Karrion Kross just gets pinned all day. He doesn't do nothing else.
Sold out.
His shirt sold out.
His shirt sold out.
Jey Uso's shirt sold out.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You're comparing Karrion to Jey as a superstar.
Yes, I hate them both. Oh my god!
You know what? Hey,
and the Miz attaching himself to Mello. I can't watch this anymore. What is happening?
Please DM me your address, and I'm sending you a box of Frosted Yeets.
Tomorrow. Expedited. Yo, I'm dead. Yo, expedited shipping. He said that shit gonna be there overnight. So my last question to actually end the podcast. Let's get to it because we've been talking about it openly here. So far, like almost halfway, not almost halfway, we're only, 5 months in. Tomorrow will be 5 months, but almost at the halfway point here, just 5 months in. SmackDown or Raw? What has been the show that stuck to you more, SmackDown or Raw? For me, it's been SmackDown, man.
Yeah, the Friday Night Delight.
Yeah, SmackDown.
You know what's crazy? Fire. Raw went on Netflix and turned straight to shit.
I wouldn't say turn to shit. It's been good. It's been good, but SmackDown's been on fire. Oh, they've been on fire.
Half and half.
Half and half. I respect that. I respect that. Yeah, I like the answer. So
because it's sometimes where SmackDown been too predictable.
Okay.
It's like you just know because you know who on there. You kind of know what the business is. And it's like
that's true.
All right, we know what's happening with Raw. You don't know with Raw because of the roster there.
It has some power.
Let's be honest. The roster on Raw ain't as good as the SmackDown roster at the top. At the top. Right, like mid card, Raw has the better roster. If we gonna put it like that, because
Cody's on SmackDown too. You got Drew on SmackDown now. Yeah,
I know it's a lot of Roman Reigns hate, so I know.
Yeah, I make a solid point. Gunther been ass, but CM Punk's on Raw. He's been killing it. But you got Cena on SmackDown now. Seth has been there.
You got Cena. You got. I don't want to get on my Finn Balor box, but Finn has.
He doesn't like him either.
He's a top guy, but he's a fifth option now.
Yeah, a mid top guy. Yeah. No, I hear you. No, it's true. And like the Judgment Day doesn't stick out as much as they used to. They're trying to build down to be up there. Now you got a solid point. SmackDown been on fire, especially because they have those names. Now you definitely make a solid point. But I like your answer though. 50-50 so far. So much, SmackDown, half and half. It just depends. I would say Raw has been pretty. Like you said, SmackDown. You said SmackDown has been pretty similar, like very predictable. I would say Raw has been the same thing with me. Every single week we have like an interference. Every single week we got Adam Pearce running out with his bald head, screaming, can't control anything. So that's kind of my gripe too. Yeah, it's kind of my gripe too. Is that Raw has been just as repetitive, if anything. But I kind of get it. It's always. I think these questions are always very dope because it depends on how you see it. Like you said, SmackDown's been repetitive to you. Me, Raw's been repetitive. Go ahead, though. Michi Black, you wanted to say something?
I'll say Adam Pearce is probably the worst general manager.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Out of the two.
I wasn't a fan.
Like he don't know how to run the show. Nick Aldis though.
I'm not a fan of him neither. I really want like a Teddy Long back or something like that.
Now Teddy Long is crazy.
For real, bro. Like we missing that shit. Bro, we missing that shit. Like we missing like I don't want to see Adam Pearce run out and look anxiety riddled every week, bro. I just don't, and I don't have no control. And like they be talking to him, like Teddy Long, he be like, "Hey, player, you talking to me? I'm gonna push your ass against the Big Show." Like that's what we missing. Like we missing that.
Nah, he's main event against the Undertaker every week.
Yo,
I want that volume high, or you're going one-on-one with the Undertaker, motherfucker.
That's
You
it.
better relax.
Yo, my
So
God,
you know,
bro.
those are the type of things. Listen, I get it. Tell her we about to wrap it up anyway. It's all right. It's all right. Look. The daughter needs some time. No, I get it. Listen, that was the last thing on my list. TTR family.
Wait, I had a question. Real question.
Oh, geez.
I just want to ask the panel really quick. So,
dumbass question. Here we go.
No. I actually thought a thought-filled question.
Here we go.
How does everyone feel about like the Bloodline not being on the Friday Night Delight as much anymore? Because at the time they were on it like every week. And now they're barely on it. Like how? Like, do you think that they're missing it? Do you think we're okay without it?
I think that's best case scenario. Go, RJ.
Am I missing the part where they're not in the mid-card title scene right now?
Yeah.
I mean, but it's only but it's like it's not the same bloodline.
It's not because like at one point, like week in and week out, they were kind of interfering with every fucking match. It felt like, or every so often. I kind of get what you're saying. They're dwindling out, but it's also because they're doing the Fatu solo thing. Go ahead, RJ. Though I'm sorry.
No, I mean, that's I thought that was. I thought we all were on the same page. Was that it is bloodline shit on that US title?
I wouldn't count it because I wouldn't count though as bad as it was.
I'm gonna tell you this though, not to interrupt, but also we talked about it earlier. The injuries, the Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, they out. So you also just naturally not gonna see as much because like they're not naturally there. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, they're both out. Yeah, they're both out.
I just thought it was the one. Now they're both.
Yeah, they're both out. That's what I'm saying.
Both, yeah. I think it's better for the show. Honestly,
I think so too.
I think that's why. I think that's another reason why you call it Friday Night Delight too, though, is because now like so many more people who are on the roster getting chances to actually finish a match, and so getting all of that now, like you can actually finish matches on there now. So it's like it's better, but at the same time, it's like all right. At some point in time, they're gonna have somebody on there from that family doing what they do because that's just their family.
That's what they do.
It's just it's what they do. Like
Politics.
Watch that Stephanie Place interview. Like
we were talking about that.
It's cool. It's a cool interview, but it's just
Sammy's in there.
Family,
Sammy is in there.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's the roster. Let the roster be the roster, and I think now it's like. You know who is about to win the Money in the Bank. Spoiler alert. It's gonna happen.
So I got 3 people. It ain't Solo.
I got one. And it ain't him.
Let's say who's Solo.
Please enlighten me real quick.
Oh, it's still the man who run the company. It's still him. If you think he not about to get a title back again,
as a part-timer? You talking about as a part-timer? Ooh, I think he could. I think he could though. You're probably right.
Look,
I'll be so pissed if they do
that.
Love
that man.
He's going to be the world champion again. If it's not by the end of this year, it will be next year. But they're going to put the world championship, not the IC, not the US, not the 24/7, 365, I-95, 48-hour title, none of that. The speed title, no. They're going to put
that belongs to Ricochet.
They're going to put a heavyweight title on that man again.
I believe it. I can see it. They love him. He's right though. I mean,
but that's fine, but not the Money in the Bank way though.
Yeah.
Why not? What do you want?
Why not?
You book
it. Okay, I'm actually not gonna troll. I'm actually not gonna troll.
Why not? That's
because
that's the epitome of bloodline rules.
Yeah, but we're having a Money Bank match. Why don't we have it for people that's not named, the forbidden person that we don't want to talk about right now? Like we can have people. We can have Mello. I fuck around have Drew. Drew don't need it, but we got
Mello.
Drew.
We're not doing Mello yet, bro.
But why not
he
though?
He just wasted it. He just wasted it. We're not doing it again.
What's wrong with you?
Just have Damian come out. Run that shit back.
So you think Mello can carry the company right now?
He swear to God he can, bro.
Okay, let me explain. I'm gonna say right now, absolutely not. He can win the Money in the Bank and hold it. Can he not?
I'm tired of that, bro. I'm tired of that too. You don't have to do it quick, but like holding it forever is so dumb to me.
I'm not saying holding it for like a year.
That world heavyweight title don't mean nothing. You can give him that. There's a Money in the Bank right there.
Don't mean
that draft's coming up.
Actually,
Jey Uso's holding that title. It is putting down anybody. Melo can hold that.
Go ahead and say it. Why don't it mean nothing no more? Go ahead and say it.
Jey Uso holds it. The title is dirt. That should mean nothing. There's no integrity there.
I'm dead.
My wrestling world title don't mean nothing no more. So just throw it on anybody.
We gotta have an intervention.
I'm not eating. I don't care.
You
can't make me.
All I'm gonna say is this. On Monday, that man's had $36,000 in merch sold in that arena.
Yes, sir.
He was also the only champion that won at Mania didn't have a match or a promo because his company knows he can't do either. Respectfully, I hope his wallet's full. It better be.
We're gonna wind up ending this podcast on slander.
So did you have this hate before he eliminated Cena?
I didn't want him to win the IC title. I thought that was his peak.
He hated that, man.
I was like,
he's not for
when he won that IC title. I said, "Good, there you go. Now we can we can drop the Jey Uso thing," and they did. And then he won the World Heavyweight title.
Yep.
I was like, okay.
Yep.
I thought we were over the Jey Uso experiment, but we apparently weren't.
Not anymore.
He's tapping out.
He's killing it. He's killing it. He's killing it, bro. He's killing it.
He's killing my love for the game is what he's killing it.
Listen, Earl said it best, bro. Honestly, what WWE care about is the merchandise and what they see in person. When you go to an in-person show, the whole entire crowd got on the yeet glasses and just so they're gonna follow the money train. And according to Triple H, the IWC ain't real. What he said.
That's
what he says.
So
we're not real until he has to make fun of us, like tapping out Gunther in 3 seconds. Then all of a sudden he's just like, I saw those tweets though. Yeah, okay.
Bro, crazy. I don't even want to talk about it again.
Little petty bitch. I can't stand
it. Even before.
It has.
Gunther always tap quick.
That's what we said here. But, oh man, I know Ilya Dragunov.
Not what happened.
Jey Uso just did like, oh yeah, go to sleep. Nah, bro, I can't. Bro,
that Jey Uso 2-second 2-star snoozer did not take. It doesn't compare to the war I watched Ilya Dragunov put Gunther through.
Speaking
to
of,
make him tap that
I can't wait for Ilya to get back either. But that's another conversation for another day. Hey, man.
SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I hope.
Okay, SummerSlam. Audience, what y'all think? Do y'all think Ilya's gonna come back? Night 2 SummerSlam? It sound like we got something.
He got some.
Night 2 SummerSlam. TTR fam.
You ain't hear that from me.
You ain't hear it from him. You ain't hear it from him.
You ain't hear that from me.
But you want to know where you did hear it from? Our wonderful sponsors at Glytch Energy. You heard that from Glytch Energy. And if you didn't make it this far in this damn podcast, you need some Glytch Energy in your life. And you better use code SHOOT to win when you check out. Remember that. Yes, hey, TTR family, before I get going, you see that? Shout out to Glytch. That's right. Glytch Energy.
Yeah.
Before we go, TTR family.
Shout out to Glytch.
Jacob Fatu, you know what I mean? Yo, last week I had on your shirt. Before I end this though, my man Earl, thank you for being a guest. I would love to have you back on. Also, yes.
Oh, it's right.
FewDopeThings.com.
Hey,
if you watched last week's episode, I had on one of his shirts from the Street Profits. I had the shirt on, rocking it. If you want to get some of his merchandise, please check out FewDopeThings.com, right? Few Dope Things. Just want to make sure I got it right.
Tank tops drop this summer.
Look at that. So we got some new shit coming out. Keep an eye out for Earl. Keep an eye out for TTR. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Till next time, TTR fam.